I bought this tuber of yam for 1,300 naira. From there, I picked up fresh tomatoes for 500 naira. Then I added fresh pepper 200 naira. Then I bought three eggs for 600 naira total, meaning 200 naira each. And finally, a big pack of vegetable oils for 500 naira. Because this morning I woke up terribly hungry, and not just the type of hunger you can manage a cup of tea, but the kind that makes your stomach complain non-stop. Honestly, I think the medication I've been taking lately, they are the reason why I get hungry so often. Because once I opened my eyes, food was the only thing on my mind. Without thinking too much, I decided today's breakfast had to be simple and satisfying, and the answer was boiled yam and egg sauce. It's one of the easiest Nigerian breakfasts to put together, but also one of the most comforting when you're really hungry. So once I got back from the market, I went straight into cooking. I peeled the yam, sliced it into neat pieces, washed it properly, and set it on the fire to boil. I added salt to it. While the yam was cooking, I turned to prepping the sauce. I washed my fresh tomatoes and pepper nicely, only to realize that most of the tomatoes were already soft. Market women, eh? They always arrange tomatoes so well that you won't know half of them are already spoiling until you get home. I was so angry when I noticed that most of these tomatoes were very, very soft. Me personally, I do not like soft tomatoes. Anytime I want to buy tomatoes, I ask for the strong ones. But unfortunately, there's nothing I can do at this point, so I had no choice but to slice them up neatly with some onions. After that, I whisked the three eggs I bought and kept them aside. I also ground my fresh pepper using my small hand grinder because there's just something about freshly ground pepper that adds that extra kick to the sauce. By the time I finished prepping everything, the yam on the fire was already soft, so I brought it down, drained out the water, and set it aside. Now it was time to focus on the egg sauce. I placed my pot on the fire, allow it to heat up for a bit, then added some vegetable oil. Into the oil went my sliced tomatoes and onions. I gave it a good stir. I covered the pot for a few minutes so the tomatoes could break down properly. After that, I added in seasoning cubes and salt, stirred it in and covered it again to cook down. A few minutes later, I went in with the eggs. I poured them in gently, and as they started to set, I gave everything a good stir. Just at that moment, I remembered my fresh pepper. Omo, I nearly forget to add this pepper today. Oh. But thank God say I remember. So I went in with the pepper, gave it a good stir, covered it for a little minute, and boom, my sauce was ready. Finally, I dished out the boiled yam, topped it with my steaming hot sauce, and sat down to eat before hunger finished me. That first bite was everything. Sometimes it's not the fanciest meal that brings the most joy. It's the simple ones that truly hit the spot, especially when you're starving.